in section 3.4.3, and we're talking about the Sage code here. So let's just type it up, and then we'll look back over the notes. And again, I do encourage use of Sage, but I also encourage use of other products as well. And I'll tell you the number one reason why I recommend you try other products as well. But we'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to say f of x is equal to, let's see, what is it equal to? It looks like x minus the floor. The floor is typically used in computer science, but also in mathematics to illustrate certain points, squared. Oops. And then I'm going to plot, P-L-O-T. I'm going to plot f of x. And I want to do that from x min of minus 2 to x max of 2. Let's see what happens. All right, so I see a picture. Let me get rid of the old picture, but I want to see that. I want to point out there are some artifacts in the picture that don't belong there. And I'm plotting it, and I'm seeing what I expect to see. I'm seeing this section over here, but these vertical lines don't belong there. They're artifacts. And what's happening with Sage, it's connecting the points. It's connecting this point with that point, but that's really not there. So the point of this is over here. It's not a bad graph, but unfortunately, you have to have some knowledge of why those things are not connected. All right, it jumps, so to speak. All right, so what I'm going to do is go back to the graph that I provide for you. It's a better looking graph, and you would say, what software was used to do this one over here? I'm using a product called Grapher, and it's easier for me to use, and it's easier for me to make better pictures. But I can't say that Sage can't make this picture too. It can. It just requires a lot more time and effort, in my opinion. Sage is open source software. It's a little hard to use at times, but it is professionally used, right? Now, certainly if you're making graphs, you might want to consider other software products. And the software product I'm using over here, again, called Grapher. It's available on OS 10. And I've actually graphed it out. What I graphed out, I graphed out the actual function, and I kind of neatened it up by, putting down open circles around those points that are not there, and closed circles to emphasize points that are there, all right? But that's about it. You use Grapher on that problem over there. Again, you could also do this over here and do a hand graph of it, which is exactly what was expected of you in this problem set, not to use a computer, but a hand graph. All right? Thank you for paying attention.